In the shadow of the oak, where our names were once carved deep, the wind sings through the branches, where our whisper secrets keep. By the old porch step we'd sit, watch the sun claim the day. Now the wood's bare and silent since you went away. The wind shut the door on the life that we once knew, gone like dust on a gravel road, under skies no longer blue. Each sunset bleeds like the scarf you left, a piece of you undone. In the twilight of those fond old dreams, swallowed by the sun. The empty cabin stands as witness to the echoes of our laughter, but it's the silence fills the air now, in the rafters ever after. The trail we walked is overgrown, no more our footsteps trace, just a cowboy with his lonely heart, moving from place to place. The wind shut the door on the life that we once knew, gone like dust on a gravel road, under skies no longer blue. Each sunset bleeds like a scarf you left, a piece of you undone. In the twilight of those fond old dreams, swallowed by the sun. Now I ride these wild lands beneath the endless stars, searching for a sign in the night, questioning where you are. Is love just a fleeting shadow, a momentary glow, or is it the deepest river flowing where we can't follow? The wind shut the door, and I listened for its sound. I hope it'll swing wide open, turn this lonesome tide around. But it's just me and the fading light, and the cold whisper of the pines, holding on to the memory of your hand once held in mine. The wind shut the door, oh, the wind shut the door.
The sky was gray when they lowered you down. Not a soul spoke, not a choir sound, just me, the wind, and boots on clay, and a heart that broke in a quiet way. I didn't bring roses from no store, didn't dress up or stand by more, just wore the flannel you loved to mend, and held that scarf you knit back then. I laid a scarf on your grave, not a wreath, not a name engraved, just wool and thread from your own hand, tied with love I still can't stand. The cold crept in, but I just stayed, whispering, God, please let her fade, soft and warm, not sharp and brave. So I laid a scarf on her grave. offered prayers, but I declined, said she already knew. God just fine, I traced her name in dirt below, where snow will fall and time will go. But winter can't freeze what we had, though it chills this cowboy bad. You kept me warm through every ride. Now it's my turn to guard your side. I laid a scarf on your grave with trembling hands and love that stayed. It smelled of smoke and you and spring and every small forgotten thing. They say men don't cry, men don't break, but Lord, even iron learns to shake when love digs deep and won't behave. So I left that scarf on your grave. You once said, if I go first, don't bring lilies, just something real. So I did. I brought you us. I laid a scarf on your grave, no song to sing, no soul to save, just you and I like always been. One last touch before the end. And when they ask what lovers gave, I'll say I brought no rose, but a scarf for her grave.
In the shadow of an old oak's reach, where the creek sings lullabies, lies a cabin worn and withered under vast unending skies. There's a bed inside that cabin with a linen smell of sage, and a scarf you left behind, my love, now yellowed with age. The empty bed said nothing, but I heard it loud and clear. Every whisper of the fabric spoke of you no longer here. The windows hold the sunset, the porch creaks with my sighs. This empty bed says nothing, but it's screaming in my eyes. The trail's gone cold and dusty, like the memories in my mind. Gravel roads we roamed are fading, left so many miles behind. The town seems just too quiet now, like it knows you're gone for good. And the saddle where you sat by me is just worn out leather and wood. The empty bed said nothing, but I heard it loud and clear. Every whisper of the fabric spoke of you no longer here. The windows frame the twilight, the door sways with my cries. This empty bed says nothing, but it's screaming in my eyes. Now the rain taps on the rooftop like your fingers drumming time, and I wonder if the storm clouds know what's forever left behind. By the hearth I sit in silence, the flames flicker out your name. In this house of broken whispers, life's never quite the same. The empty bed said nothing, but I felt its cold embrace. Each night's a haunting melody of your absent grace. The moonlight steals through curtains, painting shadows we once knew. This empty bed says nothing, still I'm speaking back to you.
Out by the old split rail, where the wild daisies grow, I told you secrets when the summer wind was low. Your scarf danced with the breeze under that broad oak shade. We carved our names, but like the sunset, some things fade. Oh, the fence listened, heard my whispered dreams, where my heart spoke loudest by those quiet streams. Now the wind carries only dust and my lone sighs underneath that endless aching western sky. Fell away like leaves, seasons turn too fast. The trail to your door, covered by the grass. That old porch swing sways empty, no laughter rings, just shadows lengthen as the nightingale sings. Yes, the fence listens to our laughter than tears. Now it stands silent, guarding all my fears. The rain washes old scars, but some memories stay, painted deep in hues of gold, then turning gray. I wander these dusty roads through towns that sleep, past cabins empty where old secrets keep. Every gravel path and every storm I chase leads me back to you, that soft and tender place. Still the fence listens as I call out your name through the whispering pines. It's always the same. I lay down these burdens where your flowers grow, in the heart of the land where my sorrows flow, where the fence listens and knows I can't let go.
Out where the oak tree shadows stretch long and thin, I first saw her where the creek bends at the chin of the valley beneath the sky, painted by God's own hand. Her laughter spilling like rain over dry, dusty land. She danced by the porch with a scarf light and blue, boots tapping stories only whispered to a chosen few. Boots shut the door on the love we once knew. Echoing steps in a home now just of you. Every sunset drips down like the bleeding of my heart. Each gravel road a reminder why we're apart. The wind's a cruel keeper of the whispers we share, tangling them in the oak's arms, oh I fared. Years swept like storms across the open plains, turning vibrant wildflowers into memories and remains. That old cabin with the creaking wooden floor holds the ghost of her perfume like a soldier from the war. Empty saddle, fading trails where we once rode side by side, now just the dust swirling behind from the life I tried to hide. Boots shut the door on the love we once knew. Echoing steps in a home now just of you. Every sunset bleeds down like the crying of my heart. Each gravel road a testament to why we're apart. The wind laughs with secrets of the whispers we shared, lost in the oak's embrace, a burden I bared. Maybe the land remembers her steps, her gentle sigh, for it whispers back each evening with a mournful reply. Under the vast starlit dome I confess to the night, her shadow still lingers in the flicker of my campfire light. Boots shut the door yet her echo walks through, a haunting step in every room, in every view, as the stars peel off the sky like old paint off the floor. I'm learning love is the ghost you can't ignore. With every dawn I wake to face this land so wide and deep. Boots shut the door, but the heart never sleeps.
Out by the old Duns River, where the oak trees guard the sky, there's a shack with broken windows where we watch the world go by. Your scarf still on the porch swing, dances with the whispering wind, each way a ghostly echo of your laughter once penned. But the whiskey said nothing as I called out your name into the cold night air where only silence came. And these hills hold your shadow like the moon clings to the night. Oh, the whiskey said nothing, but your memory holds tight. Remember how the dust rose underneath our dancing feet. Now the gravel road's deserted, just like the heart you chose to cheat. The rains came through in April, washed your footsteps from the lane, left me with these old echoes and a soul that won't stop the pain. Yes, the whiskey said nothing as I whispered soft and low to the emptiness beside me, where your warmth used to glow. Now each sunset's just a picture where our past and sorrow blend. Oh, the whiskey said nothing, but I'm still talking to the wind. So I'll saddle up come morning, leave behind this haunted room where every creaking floorboard sounds just like you're leaving tune. Maybe out past Carson's Ridge or across the Mesa's crown, I'll find peace in wandering where your ghost can't track me down. Still the whiskey says nothing as the stars watch me weep on a bed of cold regrets where your love's a dream I keep. And these trails may fade behind me, but my heart's bound to your spell. Oh, the whiskey said nothing, but it keeps your secrets well. In the twilight's last gleaming, as I ride through lonesome lands, the whiskey says nothing, but I still see your hands.
There's an old oak by the rusted gate where we carved our names in the woods so deep. Sunset bleeds through the leaves like fate on that dusty road where our memories sleep. Whispers dance on a gentle breeze from the porch where you swayed in your summer dress, holding laughter in twilight's tease under stars that heard my heart confess. Oh, how the rusted gate burns with every harsh wind that returns. Echoes of your voice, soft and low, drifting over fields where silence grows. Now I roam with my shadow cast long, a lone rider where our love once belonged. Cabin stands empty, a hollow frame, scarves you left fluttering like old flames. Gravel crunches underfoot, a lonesome sound where our faded trails no more are found. Raindrops touch the earth dark and slow, kissing the ground where we used to lie. Each drop of memory, a silent vow to the winds that carry your goodbye. The rusted gate burns with every harsh wind that returns. Echoes of your voice, soft and low, drifting over fields where silence grows. Now I roam with my shadow cast long, a lone rider where our love once belonged. By the rusted gate the fire's gone dim, remembering your smile at the horizon's rim. Saddled up as daylight wanes, riding out through endless plain. Oh, how the rusted gate burns, a pyre for dreams that never return. Echoes of your voice, now a song sung by a cowboy ragged and worn. Here I roam under vast
In a town where the oak trees whisper under the lantern-lit skies, I met her on a dusty porch as the prairie wind sighed. Her laugh was a melody, soft as a summer rain, but her eyes held the secrets, the joys and the pain. Oh, how her eye sleeps beneath the starlit plains, dreaming of the wildflowers after springtime rain. Every sunset paints her, but she's gone with the dawn, left me with the shadows where her light once shone. We rode through the canyons where river bends twist, her scarf in the wind, a spectral mist. But time, like the river, slips silent, unseen, and leaves just the echo where laughter had been. Her eye sleeps beneath the endless aching skies, lost like the whispers of our last goodbye. Every trail grows colder, every cabin bare. She's a ghost on the gravel road, a fragrance in the air. Now the saddle's worn, the leather cracked and dry, like the tear tracks etched where I once saw her cry. A part of me wonders on nights crisp and deep if her eyes sleep peacefully or if they too weep. So her eye sleeps beneath the crescent moon's embrace. In dreams I wander back to that old sweet place. Though the world keeps spinning and I roam through the west, her eyes like hidden stars forever put to rest.
Sending the listener into a melancholic trance. The final notes linger like the fading light on a western horizon, embodying the soul of a cowboy forever haunted, forever touched by love lost to the winds of time.
In the shadow of the mesa where the oak trees used to stand, I met her 'neath that heaven, her scarf held in my hand. Golden sun was our witness, painted long shadows thin. We carved our names on old porch wood, swore love through thick and thin. Morning sky walked away, left the dusk with a sigh. Echoes of her laughter in the rustle of dry rye. Those promises like gravel roads, winding lost and frayed. Now I sing to the stars about the love that strayed.
swept like river currents. Towns grew quiet and strange. Her whispers turned to wind gusts, and our cabin fell to age. Where once her warmth filled every room, now dust settles so gray. The trails we walked are overgrown as love slips silent away. Morning sky walked away, left the dusk with a sigh. Echoes of her laughter in the rustle of dry rye. Those promises like gravel roads, winding, lost and frayed. Now I sing to the stars about the love that strayed. So here's to the ride and the roam and the days on the drift. Every sunset's a closing door, every dawn might have been in the stir of the leaves. In the moan of the old porch swing finds a heart that's still yearning for what the seasons bring. Morning sky walked away, now it's me with the sigh, holding on to a ghost as the years tumble by. Letting go, letting be, but in her eyes I still wait, with the sun sinking low as the memories fade. Yes, I'm singing to the stars about the love that strayed. As the morning sky walked, and forever it stayed.
Down by Piney Creek where the water bends, I found her wildflower scarf in the wind. Oak shadows lay across the old gravel road where our love once was a story told. The cabin's empty, echoes fill the room. Pale dust swirls, a dance beneath the moon. The creek echoes, oh how the water sighed, like the heartache whispered neath the twilight sky. Every ripple tells the tale of dreams undone, underneath the weeping willow, waiting for the sun. Years roll like tumbleweeds through the plains, leaving lines on my face like the old porch in the rain. Her laughter haunts the hollows of these hills. The saddle sits untouched, the silence chills. No more the sound of footsteps on the wood, just the lonely night where her smile stood. The creek echoes, oh how the waters moan, carrying the weight of love now only I own. Every whisper in the wind, her name it seems, caught in the bittersweet trap of my dreams. Oh, but life's a shadow since she's gone away. The colors turn to gray in the blaze of day. Yet in the creek's lament I find
The creek echoes, and in its mournful call I find the strength to face the dusk. After all, every sunset closes with a soft goodbye, leaving me a cowboy, the tear in my eye. The creek echoes, the creek echoes, a ballad of the past only the heart knows. Out where the oak tree shadows lay long on the ground, I found that old wagon wheel, a half-buried bound, in vines and the whispers of winds that once told of a girl with eyes wildfire and a heart spun from gold. We'd ride past the cabins where the porch swings still sway, laughing at twilight as day slipped away. Oh, the wagon wheel bleeds and the river runs dry under the weight of this big lonesome sky. Memories like dust that the prairie wind steals, scars left in the branches and time never heals. These trails, they grow cold as the sunset implores. Oh, my love, these wild lands, they're yours. Now the towns are too quiet and the roads, they know pain. Gravel whispers secrets in the soft summer rain. Where once danced our laughter, now only echoes respond. And the night seems so vast when you find yourself gone. An old saddle sits by a door that's now closed, holding stories of love where once a flower rose. Yes, the wagon wheel bleeds and the river runs dry under the weight of this big lonesome sky. Memories like dust that the prairie wind steals, scars left in the branches and time never heals. These trails, they grow cold as the sunset implores. Oh, my love, these wild lands, they're yours. In dreams I still wander down old gravel lanes where the whispering grasses sing soft your name. But the morning breaks harsh on a bed lying low in a room where the shadow of your leaving is thrown. Oh, the wagon wheel bleeds as my heart it concedes. Every sunset's a whisper neath the old oak trees. And as long as the paths when the mountain creeks flow, I'll remember my darling where the wild roses grow. These trails forever cold as my tale unfolds. Oh, my love, these wild lands, they're yours. And my soul like the wheel just eternally rolls, part of you, these wild lands evermore.
In the shadow of an oak where the creek used to flow, I found an old scarf, faded blue like her eyes, under that wind
evening sky, our love was a flame. On the porch of that cabin where I whispered her name. Oh, fading light tied down to the ghosts of these grounds. Her laughter haunts the prairie winds in a twilight that never ends. My heart rides lonesome trails of tears, fading light tied down through the years. That old saddle's worn like the lines by my eyes. Gravel roads, empty cabins where our dreams used to lie. Rain on the tin roof, a rhythm lost in time. She's a memory, a melody in a worn out rhyme. Oh, faded light tied down to the echoes of this town. Her whisper in the midnight rain, a love I'll never claim again. My soul wanders, a shadow in the dust, fading light tied down to a husk. On a hill the cross is cast, shadows long and lean. Beneath each one a story, a love that might have been. And I ponder under stars that we once knew, if heaven holds a place for the loves we lose. Oh, fading light tied down where my heart forever is bound. She's a sunset slipping from the sky, a whisper of goodbye in the quiet where old ghosts have played in the fading light. I'll stay tied down, unswayed. Out by the old creek where oak trees cast shadows long, I first heard her laughter in the summer's sweet song. We danced under starlight where the wild horses roam. In that dusty town, once a place we called home. Her voice rolled through the wind, clear and true, whispering secrets in the morning dew. Every sunset paints her silhouette, but she's a ghost I can't hold. Her voice rode through my dreams in the night so cold. Years roll like the tumbleweeds, past cabins worn and old, gravel roads forgotten, tales of love untold. The scarf she left behind on the porch swing sways, a remnant of her presence in those golden days. Her voice rode through the wind, a haunting melody in the rustle of the leaves. She's still calling me. Every sunset hides a face in shades of gold and blue. Her voice rode through my heart, but she's a song I once knew. searching for her echoes in the valleys and the peaks. My soul rides endless trails that her memory seeks. Her voice rode through the wind, never to be found across those silent plains where our hopes were bound. In every whispered breeze under the crescent moon's glow, her voice rode through the past, the only love I'll know.
In the shadow of an oak, where the soft winds dare to speak, lies a scar she left behind, now part of the creek. Faded red like desert clay, under skies so vast and gray. Whispers of her laughter drift in the place she used to play. But her goodbye forgot to take the heart she promised not to break. Now every sunset's just a flame, burning old photos in its frame, underneath the starlit cloud. Her goodbye forgot. Wildflowers by the road where we used to walk and dream, now they bow their lonely heads to the silent stream. That old porch still holds my boots, dusty from our traveled routes. Each creek a story of the days love was free from many doubts. Her goodbye forgot to take the heart she promised not to break. Now every sunset's just a flame, burning old photos in its frame, underneath the starlit plot. Her goodbye forgot. The saddle's worn, the trails have faded, just like the smile that once paraded. And as the cabin door still creaks, I hear her voice in every creek. Yes, her goodbye forgot to take memories etched in every wake. Each sunset still a silent scream, echoes of a faded dream. In the whisper of the wind's trot, her goodbye, it just forgot. Her goodbye just forgot. In the shadow of the oak, where our names were once told, leather boots side by side, yours were new, mine were old. We watched the sun bleed its gold over hills soft and bold, but your laughter's now a whisper in the prairie's windy fold. Oh, my heart rides the trails of your echoing ghost, where the wind talks in sighs and the silence boasts cabin where your scar flies, tattered and forlorn. Old porch creaks underfoot like it mourns the morn. Since the day you left, it's just shadows I adorn. Oh, my heart rides the trails of your echoing ghost, where the wind talks and sighs and the silence boasts. These boots, they've turned cold since you've been gone, lost in the dust of dreams withdrawn. There's a quiet in the rain, a melody unsung, of gravel roads not taken, and words we left unstrung. I roam through fading trails where our rivers once flowed. Now I understand, some love's too heavy a load. So I'll walk these vacant lands where our memories rove, with boots turned cold in the absence of love. Yes, these boots, they've turned cold since you've been gone. A cowboy's heart wanders, forever withdrawn. Oh, these boots have turned cold, but the journey's not old. In the silence of the sunset, where our stories retold. Out on the edge where the oak trees whisper, I first met her in the spring soft glow. We danced 'neath stars near the old creek's murmur, where the wildflowers dared to boldly grow. But her goodbye said nothing, left me holding a dusty scarf the color of the dawn. Echoes of hoofbeats, fading, growing in the silence where her shadow's gone. Years rolled like thunder across these plains. The porch still creaks with her absent steps. Through summer storms and winter's icy chains, in the saddle I roam where our sun once set. Her goodbye said nothing, but these old trails speak her name with every gust that weaves along the gravel road beneath the veil of twilight's breath. My heartache cleaves. Now the cabin's empty, the fire's low, just a lone coyote calls to the moon's pale light. And these whisper secrets the winds won't blow away, keep me searching for her in the night. Yes, her goodbye said nothing, yet it echoes loud in the rustle of the leaves and the creek's soft sigh. Underneath this vast, unending cloud,
I reckon some goodbyes don't mean goodbye. Her goodbye said nothing, a silent pact, bound by the land where our memories lay. On this lonesome trail, there's no turning back. Her goodbye said nothing, and everything in its way.
In the shadow of the oak by the rusted rail, where the scarves of lovers fluttered like a veil, your laughter carved canyons deep in my soul. Now it's just whispers where the cold winds blow. Beneath the porch where our initials are old, that old wooden swing, now silent and cold. Oh, my heart rides the trails of yesterday, through ghost towns and memories that won't fade away. Your echo lives in the clapboard homes, in the twilight's embrace where I roam alone. Every sunset dips in a sorrow so bold. In the night, my love, your ghost turned cold. Cabin stands empty on Whispering Pine Road, windows like eyes, hollow and old. The hearth where we warmed is now filled with dust. Our dreams like the fire succumb to rust. The saddle hangs heavy where the stories were told by a dusty old cowboy, his heart bought and sold. Oh, my heart rides the trails of yesterday, through ghost towns and memories that won't fade away. Your echo lives in the clapboard homes, in the twilight's embrace where I roam alone. Every sunset dips in a sorrow so bold. In the night, my love, your ghost turned cold. From the creek's gentle murmur to the rain on the roof, each drop a symphony of the truth. Love's not just the laughter under clear blue skies, but the tears we shed, darling, in our goodbyes. These hills under stars, silver and old, seeking solace where my memories unfold. In the lands of the lost, beneath skies so vast, I'll whisper your name to the winds that pass. Forgive me, my dear, for the tales I've told, where the night holds your warmth before it turns cold. Every sunset dips in a sorrow so bold. In the night, my love, your ghost turned cold. In the night, my love, your ghost turned cold. In the shadow of the oak, where the creek used to sing, I found your scarf, the color of the spring. Beneath the wide blue, where our dreams used to lay, your barefoot steps in the dust, now fading away. Where we carved our names on that old porch wood, left them to the mercy of time and all it withstood. Those bare footsteps fade, but the heart remembers every shade. Echoes of your laughter in the winds, now bittersweet serenades.
With every sunset that bleeds through the lonely pines, I find your shadow beside me in the whispers of the old times. The town got quieter as the years pulled you away. Gravel roads lead to memories where I no longer stray. The cabin stands empty where once love filled each room. Now just echoes of what was, and the silence feels like gloom. Your picture on the mantle, with edges worn and frayed, speaks of a time my heart knew well before it all decayed. Those bare footsteps fade, but the heart remembers every shade. Echoes of your laughter in the wind's now bittersweet serenades. Every sunset that bleeds through the lonely pines, I find your shadow beside me in the whispers of the old times. Under the vast skies where the wild horses roam, I wander with this lonesome heart, forever my home. In the rustle of the leaves, in the moan of the track, I've learned love is a journey and there's no turning back. Those bare footsteps fade more with each passing day, yet your essence lingers like the rain on parched clay. And as I face another dawn, through the tears and the pain, I cherish your memory like the desert treasures the rain. As the chords soften like the light in the west, your bare footsteps fade, but in my heart they forever rest.
I walk the trail we used to ride. That old oak's crooked but still wide. The fence is down, the paint's all gone, but I swear I heard you hum that song. I brought you flowers like back in June, the kind you liked, wild and in bloom. Set them down slow on marble stone, a place too cold for skin and bone. I brought you flowers, but you're not here. Just your name carved deep and clear. I whispered things you'd laugh to hear, but only wind leans close, my dear. The years have grayed my wrinkled hands, but you still dance in golden lands you left, and time kept spinning gears. So I brought you flowers, but you're not here. I wore the coat you patched that fall, still fits me right. Tears and all, I passed the creek where we first kissed. It dried up slow like what we missed. They said you smiled your final breath, like talking sweet to gentle death. I wasn't there to say goodbye, but I've said it every night since July. I brought you flowers, but you're not near. Just echoes of the life lived here. I told you about the cattle rain and how I still curse your middle name. The swing still creaks, the porch light's dead, but your laugh rings inside my head. They say you're gone, but that feels unclear. So I brought you flowers, but you're not here.
sundress there? Do angels braid your midnight hair? Do stars shine brighter where you rest? Do you still hum when skies are blessed? I brought you flowers, love of mine. You took my youth and left me time. I'll see you soon, just not today. Got one last fence to mend in May. But when I come, don't dress in white. Just wear that grin from 89's light and meet me where the sky runs clear. Till then I'll bring you flowers, though you're not here. Out where the oak trees shadow old gravel road, she laughed under stars, her scarf catching the glow. By the creek where the water whispered secrets so low, her voice sank into my soul, sweet and slow. Oh, her voice was a melody, soft as the dust drifting over the plains with the scent of dry musk. But time like a thief stole her whisper away. Now I roam with her echo in the twilight's gray sway. The porch still creaks where we danced free of care, but the cabin sits empty, just cold, thin in air. Gone like the rain on a hot, dusty pane. Left me with shadows and a heart full of pain. Yeah, her voice was a melody lost in the wind, fading fast like the light when the evening thinned. I reached for her warmth in the chill of the dawn, but turned to find the whispers of what's gone. Sometimes the scent or the way the wind moans brings me back to her laughter, her soft, gentle tone. Yet each sunset that bleeds into nights deep unknown reminds me some songs are too sweet to be held long. Her voice was the comfort I seek but can't hold, a memory wrapped in the warmth of her fold. As I sat on my horse and faced roads unknown,